Let's do a nighttime routine while I tell you guys how I got in the industry. Part 1 was my life growing up, and this is part 2. I always wanted to work in the S industry from a young age. Like, I always felt a sense of connection towards it. I thought it was always empowering, like seeing S workers in movies. I was like, wow, you can get paid by your body and how you look. Like, I just loved the idea of it. I always knew I wanted to work in the S industry, but I just didn't know how. Growing up in New Zealand, there wasn't really much of that around, so I wasn't exposed to it. I moved to a big city when I was like fresh 18, and it had a few script clubs there, so I thought, why not try dancing? I liked meeting new people, and I was in a different city, so I thought I would just give it a go. And at this point, I was dangerously poor, so I needed something. Went and basically got the job straight away, and honestly, it really wasn't for me. Looking back, I feel like timing just wasn't on my side. I wasn't as confident as I am now, and like I just really wasn't in a good headspace, so it just wasn't good timing for me. So that was my first little taste into the industry, and like honestly, I really didn't think about it much after that. Then I moved to Australia and I was like working as a PT. I was getting up early as fuck to teach classes. Also worked at a surf shop, and I just hated my life. Hated having to answer to someone every day. Like, I was just so miserable. Nothing was bringing me joy. I just felt like I had no purpose in life. Again, I was broke as hell, like living paycheck to paycheck. Could not make ends meet, like trying to figure out ways to make money. I had heard of the Blue and White platform and how so many people were making money off it. Sorry, this goo is really gooey. And it just instantly clicked that I needed to be a part of it. I went into ADHD hyperfocus mode, and I made an account, did all my research, and uploaded my photos all in one night. Bam, threw myself in immediately. I wouldn't recommend doing that because I made a lot of mistakes being super impulsive. But yeah, there was no pressure to like look a certain way. Like, you look at the girls that are on the platform, all different shapes and sizes, and I just love how there's a market for everyone. And it was just a way for me to creatively express my actuality. I always thought I was pretty good at marketing myself in that way. Like, I worked hard, like I wouldn't say no to any opportunity. It got to the point where I feel like I reached my max with the platform and I was satisfied. Plus, I kind of wanted to stop the travel and the collabs and just have a more low-key life. Not traveling as much, I was kind of like, what do I do with my spare time? So that's when I started branching out into FS, because like, why not try and make the most money like while I still can? Your health can go at any point, so you know, you might as well make the most of what's offered to you. But I think it's important to discuss, like, I'm a minority, not everyone gets paid well from it. If I started now, I just don't think I'd be able to make the money that I did, because it's just an oversaturated market now. And like, I was lucky with FS because I had some clients that, you know, knew my names. But I know new girls starting are like having a harder time, you know, getting clients. It's definitely not what it used to be. And you got to think you're putting yourself out there on the internet, which is going to stay forever, or you're risking your safety. You just got to ask yourself, like, if I make no money from this, like, is it worth the risk? Under the right circumstances, S work is very beneficial to women, but there's still that risk. I have no regrets making the decisions I have. I feel like it was the best path for me, and I wouldn't have it any other way.